Let's jump right in. Welcome back, everyone. Today, we've got a massive, highly anticipated explainer for you. We're going to break down the global cinematic forecast for the second half of 2026, looking at the absolute biggest releases coming out of both Hollywood and Bollywood. Honestly, looking at this upcoming calendar, the end of 2026 is shaping up to be an absolute turning point for the global box office. We've got an incredible lineup to get through today.
So, are you ready for the biggest movies of late 2026? Because this explainer covers literally every genre you can imagine. We're talking massive superhero blockbusters, terrifying horror chapters, intense suspense thrillers, and just nonstop comedies. Plus, you definitely want to stick around because we're building up to a climax featuring a fan-favorite sequel that audiences have been waiting years to see.
All right, Section 1, Hollywood Summer Blockbusters 2026.
We're kicking things off on July 17th with a massive studio gamble based on the legendary Greek epic, The Odyssey. So the story follows a brave warrior desperately trying to return home after a grueling war, battling terrifying monsters and unimaginable challenges. In an era completely dominated by superheroes, bringing an original historical epic of this scale to life is a huge, high-stakes risk. But honestly, that's exactly what makes it an absolute must-watch. Then, literally just 2 weeks later on July 31st, we get a brand new chapter for our favorite web-slinger, Spider-Man Brand New Day. Peter Parker is facing off against completely new villains in a whole fresh set of challenges. But listen, the title Brand New Day isn't just for show. Insiders are heavily hinting that this film will completely reset the established MCU timeline. That makes us an absolutely pivotal, must-watch chapter for the broader universe.
Okay, you might just need to completely clear your schedules for August 2026. Seriously, look at this timeline. The sheer overlap between Hollywood and Bollywood releases is totally unprecedented. It's a genuine marathon. We go from intense dramas like One Night Only and Prahar on August 7th, straight into a massive triple feature weekend on the 14th, right through to Etha on the 28th. The volume of major releases packed into a single month is just staggering. Moving on to Section 2, Hollywood's horror, mystery, and comedy lineup for the fall.
Starting off that absolutely chaotic August stretch, on the 7th, we have One Night Only. Imagine a single, tiny mistake made at dusk, snowballing into a massive, life-altering disaster by dawn. That's the intense premise of this gripping thriller. It really explores how one seemingly small action can spiral completely out of control, permanently altering the lives of multiple people in just a matter of hours.
Now, August 14th might give us the ultimate cinematic whiplash. In Theater 1, you have the heavy, reality-bending psychological sci-fi of The End of Oak Street, where strange events blur the lines between reality and imagination. And right next door, the Paw Patrol are rescuing dinosaurs in Paw Patrol: The Dino Movie. Choosing between a reality-bending existential crisis and a fun kids' dino rescue mission is certainly going to make for a funny weekend at the theaters.
But as the leaves start to change, the tone gets much darker. First, we go deeper into the further with the return of Insidious on August 21st. Get ready to encounter more dangerous spirits and terrifying secrets. Then, on September 25th, Forgotten Island flips the script. What starts as a typical survival movie about a stranded group slowly spirals into something far more sinister. They quickly realize that basic survival is literally just the beginning.
To wrap up our Hollywood block, we finally get a breather. Focker-in-Law drops on November 25th, bringing us the newest installment in the famous Meet the Parents comedy franchise. You can definitely expect the classic formula here: excruciatingly awkward family dinners, disastrous misunderstandings, and the ultimate test of surviving your in-laws. It's the perfect lighthearted palate cleanser after all those heavy thrillers.
Let's transition into Section 3, Bollywood's action, history, and drama releases.
Jumping right back into that chaotic August schedule, the 7th gives us Prahar. Guys, when you put powerhouses like Rajkumar Rao, Wamika Gabi, and Jaideep Alawat in the exact same frame, you are basically guaranteed a masterclass in acting. This action drama is generating massive industry discussions because it promises deeply emotional storytelling backed by performances that are going to leave a lasting mark.
Next up, on August 14th, we have a very significant historical film, Patwara 1947, starring Sunny Deol. It focuses on the complex, emotional, and painful historical events that occurred during the 1947 India-Pakistan partition.
Director Rajkumar Santoshi is known for handling heavy themes with incredible care, making this not just a movie, but an important historical reflection and a deeply moving cinematic experience for sure.
Closing out August on the 28th is Etha, with an absolute powerhouse trio of Shraddha Kapoor, Randeep Hooda, and Nana Patekar. The studio has put the plot under complete lock and key. We know it weaves mystery and emotional drama, but that is about it. The sheer secrecy surrounding this narrative is honestly only driving the hype higher and higher.
Okay, when you pair a brilliant actor like Fahad Fazil with the visionary mind of S.S. Rajamouli, you instantly have the whole industry's attention. Releasing on September 10th, Don't Trouble the Trouble promises unparalleled world building. Just the collaboration of these phenomenal talents guarantees we're stepping into an absolutely unique, mind-blowing cinematic universe.
On September 18th, acclaimed director Meghna Gulzar returns with Daira Khan, bringing together Kareena Kapoor and Prithviraj Sukumaran for a gritty crime drama. Oh, expect incredibly nuanced, character-driven tension. With Gulzar at the helm, the expectations are through the roof for a story that digs deep into human emotions and delivers something profoundly powerful.
And finally, Section 4, anticipated Bollywood megastar sequels. Releasing October 1st, it's finally happening. Drishyam 3 is coming! Rumors are swirling that Mohanlal and Ajay Devgan might actually cross paths in a multi-layered narrative, bringing together their respective versions of the story. How will the brilliant Vijay Salgaonkar outsmart the system this time? We are all dying to know, and the entire fan base is literally on the edge of their seats.
We're closing out the 2026 cinematic year with an absolute explosion of comedy. Releasing in December, Golmaal 5 reunites the iconic core cast of Ajay Devgan, Arshad Warsi, and Kunal Khemu. After a crazy year of intense thrillers, heavy dramas, and massive action sets, theaters are going to erupt into pure, unadulterated laughter. It is definitely the perfect, high-energy note to end the year on.
And that wraps up our late 2026 forecast. So, I leave you with this final burning question. Out of all these incredible films, what is your biggest weight? Which release has you counting down the days? Drop your answers down in the comments below. If you found this explainer helpful, make sure to join us for the next one. Until then, Allah Hafiz.